if you wanna be somewhere, you don't have to be alone or distraught or anything at all. Maybe you don't have to be back on your things and move to somewhere city. If you want to be someone that you never have to hide, what you bottled up on the inside, maybe you can set it free. Just come with me and I'll show you somewhere city's waiting for you.
I think Florian's gonna be late. I don't think he's not live, so I can just start it. Just send the message and do the countdown when you're starting stream. Oh, okay. This guy's actually bald. Man. Well, if anyone is watching the stream, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second iteration of the Calvitational, once again hosted by Benz. A new bracket, a new gauntlet of Mapples, and a new array of players and stars, this time composed of powerhouses from the 4-digit scene. Once again, Benz has invited 16 rising stars in the 4-digit tournament scene this time, and has put them in the bracket to see who will come out as the victor, with their hair still under scalp, as the inevitable strongest player among this circle of winners. The first match of many, the first bout of plenty. Welcome to the first match of Calvitational 2. I'll be joining you here today, Gabber SS, and my thoughts on the match today, if I remember correctly, this is between Stellasu and Brest, or formerly known as Blitz. Both of these players very, very well known in their respective countries. Very strong powerhouses. Stellasu, a rising star in the German scene. If I remember correctly, Blitz actually played in OWC for Malaysia, if I'm correct. So the skill cap way more higher than the previous iteration of Calvitational. You can already see right now in the first match, round of 16, it starts at 7 stars. So these players, all of them, they've claimed the glory once before. They've reached the highest of highs. But now they're gonna have to push even harder, as with all of them being as strong as they are, they're gonna have to give their everything to take each other down. And this first match, definitely gonna be an interesting one. Not too sure if we're gonna have any warm-ups. I think Blitz is going for a warm-up right now, so we are gonna be waiting for the picks and bans later on. But I think it's just gonna be a little bit chill. We're just gonna wait for these players to get already up, you know, because it is 7 stars. You don't really expect any tournament at this range to kind of start up that high. So you really need to get yourself ready, prepared for anything, because some of these maps, they can be really crazy. I mean, these players with the caliber of skill that they have, 7 stars, pretty decently hard for them. They still should be able to do really well. Maybe put out some FCs if they're really comfortable on some of these skill sets. But even then, you might as well be prepared for it. So yeah, is this Mainquest? Wait, isn't that Nomon 3 for $5 or something? Oh, this mat's a banger, isn't it? Oh god. With the background. Okay, don't mind that. Yeah, I think this is just a Nomad 3, right? Is Stella on the hard rock? Okay. That's kind of messed up. But I mean, that's kind of to be expected, I guess. I mean, if she really wants to get herself ready for anything at all, you might as well put the mod on, especially if you're really good on the skill cap with the hard rocks. I don't know. What I'm expecting from both of these players is kind of opposite picks, opposite mod sets. From what I know, seeing both of these players, Stella way more stronger in terms of the skill cap on the hard rocks. I'm really keen to see her gravitate towards that section of the pool. We might see some kind of hard rock 3 harder than diamond, or hard rock 2. Those maps really difficult to get a hold of. Kinda doubt Yuugure one room. I feel like A might be a bit difficult for her. Not too sure if that's one of her strongest skill sets, but she should be relatively decent at it. Meanwhile for Blitz, I'm kinda expecting the opposite. Go for the hiddens, go for the reading, no mod 6 hidden 2 maybe. But yeah, why is Stella keeping up with Blitz with hard rock? That's actually kinda disgusting. It's like even score right now. God damn. It's a banger, man. Like, it's so consistent on the ult. Like, you can see, like, it's full for like what, 7.1 and 5 WC, but it's so hard to get a combo. But Jesus Christ, Stella's actually keeping up on hard rock. She's like actually ready to cook here. That's absolutely disgusting. I don't know if we're gonna have another warm-up coming in from Stella, though. I believe this is from Blitz, so not too sure, but I mean, we have all the time in the world. The first match of the tournament, of the bracket, so we're just chilling here. These combos, they're still intact. Wait, Stella has the lead on hard rock. What is happening, bro? Okay, maybe like you kinda, I know it's warm up. You're only getting yourself kinda heated up for the actual map, but even then, this should give you like some info on what your opponent's good at, and Stella's showing her prominence right now on the ult pretty much. Because Jesus Christ, she has better act than Blitz on hard rock. That's OD 10. These sliders are disgusting. What? Bro, doesn't this rival like some of the 5 WC scores? And she did it with hard rock. Okay, that's not okay. That's just not okay. I'm gonna drink water to that. That's just okay. Well, warm-ups, but man, not a hot start for Blitz. But I mean, warm-ups, they don't really matter. And we get Florian in here in the commentators booth to join us. What's up?
Hello. Hello. How are you?
I'm pretty fine. I'm chilling. Just here to watch our match. I think they're on warm-ups right now.
Stellasu against Breast.
What a wonderful name, isn't it?
It's crazy to see. This is a losers bracket, right?
This is the first match of the bracket, bro. Like, this is where it all starts. These guys, like, they're all insanely crazy. This is gonna be a crazy one. Like, this bracket is actually messed up. Yeah, we're just showing here. It's just a bit of warm-ups here. Stella's still on the hard rock. Like, you look at the caliber of players you have like on the screen, you would think like maybe this is like semis, maybe this is like later. Hell no, we don't even have a losers bracket yet. It's the start of the bracket pretty much. OWC player, Germany, 4WC player, probably 4WC player. I don't see a world where Stella would not get in the team or something.
Yeah, Stella is most likely. It's certainly going to get into the 4WC team. Possibly even into the OWC team, considering the performances for the next OWC.
Yeah, the scores
So,
that she's been putting up lately, like you kind of look at them and you can imagine seeing her up there, like eventually. Not sure this year. I mean, we still have a couple of months till WC, but like if the skill cap increase keeps on improving, definitely for sure.
well, the
But
thing about Stellasu
there.
is that she is probably one of the most fast improving tournament players for the last 1.5 years at the very least. Just 2 years ago or 1.5 years ago, she wasn't really as like a strong player in the 5-digit scene, and now you can see her like competing in open rank tournaments and playing extremely well against sometimes even against the best in the world. Almost beating OWC players from Germany in matches just months ago already, and since that's still once again improving.
You can just see how insane the depth of player is from Stella. It's hard rock, and yet she's outscoring her opponent on the warm-up. Look at her go. Stella's here to
It's just
play.
incredible stuff.
It's incredible, man. She's here to play. Blitz still can put up crazy scores, especially on the gimmick. I've played with this guy before. Definitely not one that you want to play against on those hiddens. Expecting Stella to sort of step away from those sorts of maps. But with the warm-ups done, we should expect the first ban phase to come in real soon. First bans from both players, and then the picks soon after. Pick and ban order. Kinda interesting. Blitz went for second pick there. Seems like not too confident on maybe going for the driver's seat off the bat. I mean, it is a best of 11, so you kind of have a lot of options considering there is 6 nomads in the pool. But even then, that kind of doesn't spell anything too great for Blitz right now if you're not really confident going for the first pick. But even then, maybe the strategy is there. Maybe he's looking for mistakes, thinking that Stella might mess up early on. Blitz could maybe capitalize off of it. I mean, the decisions aren't really all too important right now, but even you have to think about the sort of mindset that these players have, I guess. First ban coming in, Blitz gets rid of Hard Rock 3. It's kind of to be expected. Stella going on Hard Rocks for the first 2 warm-ups and outscoring Blitz in both of those. That kind of gives you an idea on what you should get rid of if you are in Blitz's position. And Stella, surprised not going for a Nomad 6 ban there off the bat. It's Nomad 5, not too comfortable on the speed, but I do believe that's another one of her weaker skill sets. So King World, it's very brutal and very consistent with the burst spam. So another decently good ban for her to go for. And we're gonna have the first 4 maps coming in. Stella's first pick before the next bans. And I'm kind of expecting an automatic Hard Rock 2 or maybe one of those techs, the Nomad 4.
Yeah, the Nomad 5 ban from Stella here is to be expected. Stella being extremely strong on the gimmicky maps, on the finger control, on aim and overall, especially on the hard rock, just incredible performances always on there. And we see immediately the Hard Rock 2 pick from Stella here. Just as to be expected, the Hard Rock 3 ban versus Stella is also to be expected, and yeah, we'll see Stella on 155 BPM Hard Rock precision. I've seen some crazy scores from her on these types of maps, so it's gonna be interesting to see.
That's for sure. Kinda expecting this from the start. Stella going for Stellalude here. This map really consistent, coming in at 4 minutes and 25 seconds with the altish sort of precision mechanics. It's really difficult to get a hold of. You really need to have your wits together. You really need to be ready for anything that this map throws at you. And with the margin of error being that small, with the CS being at 6.5, so easy to just lose your combos so quickly. So I feel like if any of these players get a pop-off, get a really big, strong starting combo off the start, I feel like that immediately decides this, and Stella, having the higher skill cap on the Hard Rock, is probably in time for to go for that, but let's see if she can pull it off on the first map of the tournament. Hard Rock 2, Stellalude. This map, very difficult, very, very long, consistent as hell. Let's not comfortable on the act, already finding the first miss, but still has a lot left to go.
Yeah, 4 minutes and 25 seconds. That is quite the long map here. And you will immediately just see the consistency here in Stella's playing almost 99% on 155 ppm. There's a lot of people who can't even play 155 ppm because it's so out of the ordinary in the average player style. And doing it with OD10 on the CS 6.5 is just so impressive. It's so strong. And yeah, and dropping from the 99% per here, but the score difference very early on showing a lot already.
He is tearing these cuts apart. She may find a bit of an overstream, I believe, on that double, but doesn't really matter. A lot of damage has already been done. 33k over the Stella side. Blitz does have the recovery combo, looking to maybe build this back, maybe find the pop off that, you know, I was expecting Stella to pull off at the start, but no, Blitz manages to lose that, kind of shakes off of that ult pattern, and you see how consistent this map is. You see how hard it is to find anything at all, and Stella having the advantage on the accuracy is going to do so much for her on the rest of this map. They see the scores. Stella knows that she has the lead. Just has to maintain that combo for a little bit longer, and Blitz misses that stream, not looking good for him, and he is slowly but surely collapsing under the pressure on this map.
Yeah, and at this point, it's really all on the accuracy. Combos of both players were pretty similar, and except of course that Stella now has a 400 combo once again, but you can just see the score difference of over 70,000 already just on the back of this accuracy. But Brett's still recovering though, but has to hope for Stella to break soon. Half of the map is already over, nothing's lost yet, but it's certainly not a good spot to be in, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see a break here from Stella and Bress being able to have this incredible god performance. We see him playing certainly a lot better than at the beginning of the map, getting used to it, and yeah, it's exciting. Both players are gaining combos here. Of course, Stella here with the higher combo of almost 700, and that is not a good break here from Brest.
Oh, the god performance, it just never came for him. And Stella, she's the one who persists. She may have missed at the very start, but 790 combo is staring right in Blitz's face, and there's nothing he can do. There's no one on him to rely on. It's just him and his opponent, and his opponent has a 200k lead over him, towering over him with such a large margin, and 900 combo still standing, just tearing these cut streams apart, and that's a 950 combo going into 500k on the last KI. They see the scores. Blitz knows that this one is a lost cause. There's nothing you can do in a 1v1 situation like this. And Stella looking to set already an insane score. The first map of the bracket of the tournament. 98 act, 530k, and climbing. 1k combo finally drops it on the space stream. But goddamn, that is a spicy score if I've ever seen one. Hard Rock 2 is incredibly crazy. Look at the consistency from this player right here. And Blitz, he may combo as much as he can on the ending. He may hold the 500 combo there, but against such a gargantuan 250k lead, there's nothing you can do to bring this back. There's nothing that you can do to recover this, and Stella is looking like she is in prime performance right now. Gonna take this Hard Rock 2 very cleanly so from Blitz's fingers. And as the map ends, 4 minutes and 25 seconds, Blitz had a lot of room to maybe build this back, but he never found the combo, and Stella runs it with a combo of her own to shut Blitz down.
Yes, but nonetheless, 350,000 score on this type of map, on this type of Hard Rock 2, is not to be counted out. That is such a difficult map. This is certainly not going to be the worst score of the tournament here from Brest. I'm sure he could have beaten other players with this type of score, but Stella is just too hard to beat on this type of map. And yeah, a win to be expected on the map, but Brest definitely had some major fight in himself here.
It's the first pick, that's for sure. Not a bad score from Blitz. That combo still decent enough, but it's just not gonna be enough to take down Stella. Stella runs Hard Rocks. There's a reason that Hard Rock 3 ban came along. But you know what Blitz does run? He does run the HDs. He runs Gimmick here. And, you know, it is the first pick. Stella winning it was only inevitable. It was to be expected. And now it's Blitz to try and answer back with his first pick of his own. It's gonna be HD2, Sakura no Uta. A collab by Raijodo and Ablu. This one is, I believe, HD jump mechanics. Very, very consistent. And one that you have to look out for. You need to be careful with your coordination. You can't mistap any of these jumps. It's so easy to find any sorts of misses here. And Blitz being so prominent on the HDs as he is, I feel like this is definitely in his favor. Stella, not that bad on the reading, that's for sure. And this one is very mechanically inclined. But, you know, Blitz is confident on this. This is his game. This is his mod. So I feel like we'll see a really strong counter pick from him on this HD2. You just have to wait and see. It's another long map, very consistent. 3 minutes 49 seconds. So far the act not looking good, but there's still a lot left to go.
But you cannot count Stella out on the hidden. Sure, it's not her strongest skill set, but she can play it no problem. So I don't know, especially the fact that it is more of a mechanics hidden too is a bit scary, and you can see that in the accuracy. Stella still is S-in, of course, it's still a beginning with the map, but it is a little bit of an early statement here already, so certainly not to be counted out here. Stella could steal this away easily. I think it's really a 50-50 on here.
Yep, there's a lot of room to contest here. It's not as gimmicky as the No Mod 6. You already see the SS coming in here from Stella, holding 2% better accuracy than Blitz. It's still a double FC on the board here. Stella has a lot of room to cover. He has to hold as much as he can. Wait for Blitz to make that first mistake. But so far, he's not letting go. But it's the first TI to come soon. These jumps are not gonna get any easier. They're gonna get more and more linear. The geometric patterns, the pentagon, the cut stream, both of them SSing those, hitting those to perfection. But still, that doesn't matter. It's the first miss that counts, and none of them are finding it just yet. The linear jumps, their spacing, they're so weird. The wide angles, very brutal, but none of them are losing themselves on any of these patterns, and it's still a double FC to hold going into the second half. It's still the star performances from both these players, not wanting to let go of their combos at all. And
Bro, what is this?
Yet to come.
Okay, Stella and Breast, both of them just performing extremely well, still both on a 99. Stella slightly better accuracy, was losing a little bit of the sharpness here, dropped here from the SS of course, and Breast is recovering the accuracy. So throughout the middle of the map, slightly better performance here from Breast, but I feel like it's only gonna be the first person who breaks, and if both people FC, which is I would say rather unlikely, but certainly possible, then it might just not be enough for Breast over here unless Stella loses here some accuracy, and I don't know what to say. Both of them are still FCing. Half the map is over. 2/3 in fact are already over, and both, it just seems like for both players it looks just so easy.
They're just destroying this. They don't care that it's on the AR8. They're hitting everything. Oh,
Stella being the first person to make a really challenging pattern here.
There you go. She finally loses it on the cutscene. That's what Blitz has been waiting for. He may have been on the back end for the entire map because of the accuracy lead from Stella, but on the HD mechanics, on the bursts, on the flowing, that's where Blitz truly shines. He hit everything. He hit all the cut streams, and Stella finding the first miss of the map. That's going to spark the end of her potential breakpoint on this map. Blitz is running it away. 1.1k combo to stand. Florian, this guy is looking to maybe get an FC on HD2 on round of 16. This guy is going crazy.
Yeah, super strong stuff. There were some really challenging patterns on this type of map, and Breast just mastering them perfectly, just using a little bit of accuracy.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, the breaks here at these AR8 hidden squares, which are so much harder on the AR8 hidden to hit. So that certainly does make sense, but It is exactly as I said before. Like the first person to miss here was just a person to lose. And despite Stella having some incredible performance, better accuracy overall, despite the two more 50s, I believe. Um, just on these misses, a little bit of a misread here, two misreads in fact, and uh, took the score here certainly on the side of Brest, but both players super duper strong performances here. Um,
Ooh,
could have gone either
679.
way.
Either way, that's for sure. You can never be too sure on these picks. But it looked like it was down to the wire, but let's just never let go until the very end right there. Another solid win from him. He just did not budge. As strong as Stella is on the hard rocks, Blitz is showing that he can match that on the hiddens. But now we're gonna look at something different. It's the DT High AR alt in Lost Umbrella coming in as Stella's
Brutal map.
next pick. Yeah, it's
411 ppm. So
Oh
that
my
is
God.
pure that is an old map with DT. And that's already quite telling. It's only 2 minutes long, so it's not gonna be that draining, but it's 10.3, it's old, it's DT, it's such a brutal map, and I think Stella is gonna be shining on this map. This is exactly something like the Harder 2, but even harder, I feel like.
Yeah, that's for sure. Stella's been showing that she can perform crazy on the techier stuff, on the alt picks, and this one definitely to her favor. You know, Blitz knowing him as a low AR player, not too sure about his high AR performances, so maybe Stella wants to abuse the sort of contrast that this map has with the HD2. AR 10.3, she's definitely capable of playing those kinds of ARs. But, you know, this one compared to the last two maps, very, very short, 2 minutes and 11 seconds. So this time, not a lot of room for error here. Anyone who makes that mistake is going to potentially lose this map for them, so they need to hold for as long as they can, wait for the first mistake, and hope that the brutality of these alt patterns do not catch them off guard.
Yes, Brett certainly can play high AR, but I think Stella is just too well versed in it. This map doesn't only require like your mechanics, it doesn't require just old, but the AR 10.3 reading together with this is just so brutal. Both players still performing quite well here, so no clear advantages from the beginning.
No clear advantages yet. I feel like, just like the hit HD2, it's gonna be up to who finds the first miss once again. And it's Stealth to find the slider break right there. Blitz, he's in the prime position to take this away right now. The score scaling is so strong on the DTs. You can already see it's completely snowballing over this side. 60k and extending. He's still holding through. And it's the bridge section coming in. Comparably more easier than the key eyes. You just have to hold on and read properly. Follow the sliders without any sort of shakes. And he is looking to maybe steal the first breakpoint in the prime position to do so. And they see the score. Stella knows that he's messed up. And Blitz, he just has to hold for as long as he can. Shut the recovery from Stella down and not lose it right here. Will he hold the combo? He will. And it's the last key eye.
Yes, and both players still holding the S ring. It was only a slider break here from Stella. And it just it just says like so much about it. This is so close on both these players. Both these players can play the star rating, no problem at all. And Brest being the next person to fall, but is there enough time? This is gonna be a hard one for Stella to do. I think she might have just broken too late into the map. Yeah, just incredible stuff here from both players. And yeah, I'm pretty certain there is not enough time here, but oh man, that is quite unlucky here from Stella's side, but incredible stuff here from Brest for holding this early combo for so long. Both players S rankings, so both players only slider breaking once.
Okay, that's just disgusting. It was up to the first miss, and Stella, missing just 150 combo earlier, just managed to do her in. Blitz held for long enough to do enough damage, and it went down to the 5 digits. It was looking close there. Stella held to the end, but not enough. And now Blitz looking to consolidate it with the Nomad 6 gimmick pick. The density, low AR rhythm. This map is, you look at it and you don't know what you're looking at. This is the map of all time, the No Mod 6 of all time, and it's the perfect map to consolidate the breakpoint on. Stella made a massive mistake getting that slider break early on, and now Blitz is in a prime position to steal this match away from the upcoming German player in Stella. So Ifuudoudou, very solid pick from Blitz. He just has to keep his prominence on the low ARs. This one's very brutal. You can't compare it to the HD2 at all. The change in rhythms, the very weird aim control, and you look at the CS, you might think it might be easier, but goddamn, the overlaps on this on CS2 is just really, really brutal.
Yeah, it's certainly a challenging map. CS2 Air 8, larger circle size, also quite challenging for some people. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this one will go.
As long as she's prepared for it, she can still play the low AR. But this is Blitz's game right now. You look at the sliders, the rhythms, very weird. The slider velocity, it does not match the AR at all. It's so weird. If you have not played this before, you're in a world of trouble. And you can already see both of them struggling, messing up that alt pattern. Seems like they couldn't follow it properly. And yeah, so far, very equal combo. They missed at the same part, but it's actually Stella to come out with the better accuracy. Seems like maybe she looked at this map a little bit more than Blitz did. But we still have a lot of map left to go, a lot of key eyes left to go, a lot of very, very unorthodox patterns that can trip anyone up, like the one you saw earlier. And there's definitely gonna be a lot of those in this first key eye.
And Stella here with seemingly the better score here. It's not even close, 7% better accuracy. Well, never count Stella out on your own picks. Stella is prepared and has practiced this map very clearly.
Oh, even hitting those doubles, man. That's a 98 hack. And on a reading map as dangerous as this, having the accuracy lead is incredibly instrumental for you to just extend that lead even further. Blitz is unable to find anything at all. It seems like maybe he didn't do his studying enough on this map, and that's a 150k lead. And on this map where the density isn't that strong, it's gonna be so hard for Blitz to bring it back. He's down by 5%. He needs to hit this key eye and wait for Stella to miss. But no, he finds the first miss. Stella is hitting all the sliders, all of the alt patterns, all of the spacing changes. Finally, the miss comes in. But it's a 235k difference. Stella has more than double Blitz's score, and there's barely any map left for him to work on.
Yeah, 1/3 of the map is left, and we see the score difference, we see the accuracy difference. There's just no way Brest is going to be able to take this away, so Stella will immediately take a breakpoint just after losing one from her side, just taking it back and resetting it all. It's not looking good for Brest. Brest is certainly going to take a hit in confidence here.
Yeah, it's a brutal one to lose the gimmicks. The skill set that you're looking forward to abuse your opponent on by such a wide margin. It seems like Brest is just not ready for it at all. Stella looking like the way better player here on this map, coming in with a 96.9%. If you've seen players play this map before in tournaments past, you know how insane that accuracy is. And Stella is doing it right here on this stage in the first round, looking to get another breakpoint to equalize the scores and get the second point on the board. Goddamn.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Just some incredible performance here.
Okay. That act is vile. That's actually just disgusting. She definitely looked at this map, but even then, that accuracy is just disgusting. Oh my god.
It is pretty messed up, yeah.
Well, that's the fourth map in the match. That means, if I remember correctly, we're gonna go for the second ban phase now. And most of these players have already gone for the sort of maps that they've been looking forward to. Stella on the Hard Rocks and the alt. DT3 unfortunately not going her way. Let's going for the gimmick, but No Mod 6 not going his way. Now I'm interested to see what sort of picks and bans they go uh, beyond this point. Considering Stella went for the King World ban, maybe DT2 is a potential ban from her, but Blitz meanwhile, I don't know if he's gonna get rid of Hard Rock on its aim, so I feel like that's decently contestable. Maybe he'll get rid of something very, very technical, like the Nomad 4 perhaps? Not too sure what he might want to go for. In terms of picks, I'm expecting more HDs from Blitz and Stella, probably leaning towards maybe the Nomad 3 later on and the Nomad 4 if it stays. Very interested to see, and yeah, DT2 ban coming in from Stella. Now it's Blitz to answer back with a ban of his own.
Two ban, Nomad 4 ban, not trying to fuck around on the tech map.
I mean,
Makes sense.
that's for sure. You never really wanna fight Stella on the techs. Seems like no matter how weird the sliders, all the ults are, just never seems to miss on those. You already saw it on the Hard Rock too, so kind of fair.
Ban from TT2, the DT2 ban from Stella. Stella's just trying to get the speed out of this match. Not necessarily weaker than Breast, I feel like, but just doesn't want to play it at all.
Yeah, Nomad 5, DT2, they're very, very rough if you're not feeling warmed up, so you might as well get rid of those if you're not feeling good on the speed, that skill set. And it is the Hard Rock one, the last Hard Rock available. Wasn't really expecting Stella to go for this off the bat, but it seems like she knows that she's good on the Hard Rock. She knows that she can cook when the air is 10, when the CS is beyond 5.2, and it's gonna be Yuugure one room, another very short map, so not a lot of room for error once again, just like the DT3. If Stella can take this point, this would be really good. We're going in the middle phases of the match now. It's only 2 minutes 27 seconds. We're gonna have some linear jumps in 220, I believe, at a slightly smaller CS than what you're used to, so Stella, she just has to make sure she doesn't miss as early as she did on the DT3. Hold much longer than Blitz did earlier, so she can definitely keep this point to her favor. It's a much more contested skill set on the aim, but you never really know.
Yeah, certainly the shorter map, 2 minutes and 27 it says, but 2 minutes 17 is actual drain time. So, yeah, mistakes here are gonna hurt quite a bit more, and we've seen Stella have with this incredible performance on the Hard Rock 3, or Hard Rock 2 it was. This one's definitely more aim heavy. Stella also a very strong aim player. And you can see both players still holding the combo, but Breast struggling here certainly a little bit more here with the accuracy, just like we've seen at the other Hard Rock pick previously, and Breast being the first person to fall, certainly not looking good for him. Stella just breezing through almost 99% here. And this is already changing quite a lot here in the score.
Yeah, it's a very short map, so having the combo advantage going into the second half, very instrumental. She may find the miss, but Blitz has traded it with 3 times pretty much, missing several times in the TI, so no combos here, completely equalized. But it's Stella with the score lead and the 4% AC lead as well. Going into the ending TI of this map, it's still the bridge to come. If Stella misses, maybe Blitz has a chance to bring this back, but she's not budging at all, and Blitz is left with nothing. No room for error, no breathing room, as they both see the scores.
Yes, and pretty much 1/4 of the map is left. We've seen the score difference of 130,000. That is like half of the score that Breast has pretty much, with a little bit of an extra, and Stella would have to fall apart here, but no, it's not Stella to fall apart, it's Breast, and now Stella has the combo advantage, the accuracy advantage, the score advantage, and pretty much the map is almost over, so Stella is gonna be taking very confidently the point here on her own pick versus Breast, going into the 3-2 lead, but Breast's pick after this. What do you think is gonna be picked next?
Well, as you said, this is pretty much all lost. It's now Blitz to reply back with something of his own. The hiddens are still there. It's not over for him just yet. He still has to reply back with a pick of his own. considering Stella went for the HRs, kind of expecting Blitz to go for the HDs. HD2 went well, HD3s and HD1 are both available. I feel like the no mods and the DTs, that's gonna be the more scarier and contested mod sets. So, Blitz knows what he's good at. He won the HD2, almost have seen the HD2, so you might as well follow it up with the rest of the HDs. So I feel like that's just gonna be textbook stuff from him. Keen on seeing him perform on HD3, maybe even HD1, since that's a bit techy. That's a bit uncomfortable if you're not good on the HD mechanics. And Bloods is definitely gonna go for it. Tie me down gently. Slight techish parts. It has a lot of high slider velocity patterns, along with the linear aim, some bursts as well. It's one of your unorthodox aim picks. And Stella, she's been cooking. She's been cooking on these sorts of maps, but it's HD, so Blitz, it's his game on this map. He just has to hope that he can win and take this to equalize the points, the scoreline right now.
Certainly still very dangerous. A hidden one is certainly a map is a map that is also quite good for Stella. So this certainly could go to two side. I would even say Stella not me might be slightly favored on this map.
Kind of interesting insight there. We'll just have to wait and see. Stella, that's for sure. You're right about that. She can definitely follow up with some strong performances on these kinds of maps. You already see it right now. Very fast sliders, very, very unpredictable jumps. The mix of streams there. You saw earlier though, what got her on the HD2 were the bursts, were the flow aims. So maybe that will be her undoing again on this map. But so far, doing really good once again on the accuracy department. Blitz has been behind on the tapping so far. On the accuracy, on the consistency, he's always needed to pop off on the combos in order to be able to take the points. And that's not a good look you want to have, because that just means that you have to do so much more than your opponent to confirm these picks. But even then, Blitz has shown that he can do it. He can pull it off on the HDs. It's the first Ki. The jumps gets really, really crazy here. The streams there, the Axel, Diesel, very, very scary. But both of them tearing them apart. It's Stella the first to fall though, unable to find the jumps. And although this is one of the skill sets that maybe favors her on the hidden, this is where Blitz runs it.
Yeah, Hidden certainly taking a point in this burst that Stella missed on. And Breast certainly has the ability now to break to increase the score. Does break, has the 40,000, 30,000 points advantage, but Stella now with the slight combo advantage can absolutely bring this back. And I think this is what's gonna happen. The score difference is gonna get smaller and smaller, and as long as Stella can hold a little bit longer, it's gonna be dead even once again.
Seems like the prime position. Oh my god, she just missed though. Oh my god, right as we said that, oops. Well, it seems like she was in the prime
unexpected
position.
miss here.
Yeah, you can miss on practically anywhere on this map, man. It's very, very difficult. These patterns so rough, but it's Blitz with the advantage once again over this side. The accuracy is way more equal than it was earlier, but there's still a lot of map left to go. The last third. He needs to hold that combo. Stella is on her recovery right now. These triples, both of them are hitting it. All of the jumps here, and it seems like the last Ki is the one to decide everything.
Yeah, both players here are building up the combos, and if Breast breaks at any moment, Stella's gonna bring this back. She has the combo, she has the accuracy just to blast him away with the score. But Breast has to miss, and Stella has to keep holding, and it seems like both are holding. Never mind, Stella is breaking here, and Breast here with the 650 combo is building up the score once again, and now with the 100,000 score difference, it's gonna be the point. It seems like for Breast there's not much left map left, and Breast will have to completely fall apart, essentially quit the game to give even Stella a chance, and even then it might just not be enough anymore. So Breast, especially towards the end, having a big pop-off. Like, this map is so difficult.
You can see these jumps, you see these bursts, you can see with your very own eyes how hard this map is, but Blitz is the one to take it. Blitz is the one to hit everything and take the 3rd point over to his side, tying things up 3-3. Stella still doesn't have the security of taking this match over their side despite having the first pick. She's been in the driver's seat, but Blitz has been there to just keeping up with her pace, following up with points of his own. And it seems like at this rate, it seems like we're gonna go up to the very end here. Stella, she needs to win her pick. There's not a lot of options left, and it seems like Blitz has forced her hand to go for the aims right now. It's DT1 to come in. Kind of surprised not to see the Nomad 3 just yet, but yeah, we're running out of picks. We're running out of maps. Both of these players fighting tooth and nail on all of these picks, and it's so equal right now. You can never be too sure. And now it's gonna come down to which player has much more depth on the rest of the skill sets that they're not as confident on. The DT aim, Blitz has shown that he can play on the Air 10.3, but this one's a different beast. It's a mix of DT mechanics, some bursts, some jumps coming in at around 250, I believe. Still very strong on the mechanics, but I'm not too sure. I feel like this is gonna be another one of those contested picks. So what do you say, Florian?
Yeah, this map is once again 2 minutes and 20 long, so it's not that long. It's 10.3, it's aim, it's Stella can play this. Brest can play this too. It's a bit of a coin flip, so Stella doesn't seem to be that confident anymore. And yeah, we'll start getting into the map. I feel like every break on this map could mean the world here, since I think both players here are perfectly capable of FCing this map.
That's for sure. This map, it doesn't let up with the DT mechanics, but with their skill cap, they can definitely pull something magical. So far, it's Stella the hold on the burst. I would expect her to maybe struggle on those, considering she went for the speed bans. But it's Blitz with the 97 against Stella's 100. But, you know, that doesn't really matter. We've seen the script play out all throughout the entire match. Stella always with the better accuracy, but it's always Blitz to follow up with a stronger combo. But who knows, that this map very fast with the jumps, very consistent with the spacing. It doesn't really let up. It's 2 minutes and 32 seconds, but you don't really get a lot of break times here. You see these jumps, they're very scary at this BPM. It's very easy to kind of shake off any of those, but it's nobody to break. Both of them hitting through that PI, and it's a double FC going into the second half.
Yeah, and both players looking very good here. Stella dropped a 50 here in the longer burst, and the longer the burst gets, the harder it is. I feel like the short bursts are never a problem here. Yeah, as I said, like, one person misses, the other player wins. It's looking good here for both players, so it's gonna be interesting. Is it gonna be the nerves here for Stella to take this point once again to the side of Brest? Very unlucky misses here from Stella already, and Stella is breaking once again. It seems like it's nerves, but
Stella is usually not the person who has these kind of nerves, so this is once again looking like Brest is gonna take this away just from one miss here from Stella. Well, 2 misses now.
Mind. That's 2 misses, and the FC still from Blitz. He's looking to take this away. Another breakpoint over to the side, and in the latter parts of this match, this one might be the fatal blow over to Stella. Blitz, he's still holding. He still has the FC. It's 97.59 from him, and they both see the scores.
Yes. And something to mention is that Stella didn't miss on the speed. Stella missed on the aim. So you can't even blame her on the speed at this point.
Oh, the flaws, they're finally showing over their side. And Blitz is there to take advantage of it. That's the FC on the DT1. 1.1 million, 97 accuracy. Lower accuracy by 0.4, but it doesn't matter at all. He held on everything. He hit all the jumps, and that's a breakpoint over the side. He just needs to make the right decision and consolidate it with a good pick to bring it to match point over them. And I'm not too sure what he's gonna go for. Stella, kind of surprised he didn't go for Nomad 3. She went for HR1 and DT1 instead. Maybe Blitz is the one to go for the Nomad 3.
Coin flip as well, though. We've seen Brest perform extremely well on the hard work 2, which was essentially a Nomad 2.
normal tree just a little bit faster on the precision. So it might be that Stella is not that confident on a normal tree type of map because Breast might have just missed on the hardware too because of the precision. But nonetheless, what options does Stella have at this point? Breast is in a really good position to take match point here. And Breast's picking the normal tree, so it seems like we know why Stella might have not picked the normal tree.
Yeah,
Maybe she was baiting.
Yeah, that's for sure. Maybe Blitz is looking more confident on this. You know, I mean, you look at the warm-ups, I was kind of thinking maybe Stella is looking more confident on the ult than Blitz is. But then again, Blitz known for being strong on the ult. Maybe Stella isn't too particularly keen on playing this one. It seems like she has not played this one after all. Stella has just mentioned in chat. So I guess that's the reason why she didn't want to go for this. Blitz is looking to go for this. And I actually didn't see HD3 was still open earlier. Kind of surprised he didn't go for that instead. But with how contested these picks have been so far, I guess it's all up to these players picking what they're comfortable with, what they feel like they're gonna do well on. And Blitz, he got the breakpoint. Maybe he's feeling out on the Nomad 3. This is the point to potentially end things right here.
Yeah, and certainly gonna be interesting to see now how Stella performs here on the side read. It seems like Breast is more prepared than Stella here, and this might just make the difference. We are starting here. Both players looking quite well on this type of map. Very snappy aim here. It's flowy and snappy at the same time, but first person here to break is Breast, while Stella still holds that SS. Oh, the BPM changes also. The more I see the map, the more I feel like this might be going forward Stella, but never mind. Stella here with a big mess up here. One has to see on this type of map, if you miss once, especially in these burstier parts, you can lose so much accuracy, and this is exactly what happened to Stella. But Breast braids back soon after, and Stella now once again with the combo advantage, building up the score. Scores are pretty even at this point.
Oh, but the trade coming in from Stella. This map is absolutely disgusting. You look at the cutscenes, the mix of alt mechanics here, the snap, flow, cutscene, aim control switch up. And it seems like neither of these players are able to find any substantial combo to secure the point just yet. Seems like that's the reason that maybe Blitz didn't go for this very, very earlier on. But man, seems like after all of those initial misses, Blitz is looking to hold. Not anymore though. The doubles catching him off guard there. And now Stella in the prime position. With how we've been seeing the misses coming in from both of the players so far, I don't know if that's gonna hold. She needs to pop up on the cutscenes. It's over their side, but just a slight margin. Let's find a bit of collapse there. A lot of 100s. The accuracy kind of dropping a little bit, and that's shifting it over to Stella's side. But there's still a lot of maps left. The density is still there. The cutscene is still continuing on, and it's the next TI. These patterns, these snap sections, the linear jumps coming in. None of them missing just yet. Stella needs to hold on for a bit longer to confirm it, and Blitz, he needs to wait for the miss. His fate basically just lies in Stella's hands right now. There's nothing that he can do but wait for the pivotal miss to come in. It's only a 60k lead over to the side of Red right now, but it's the last quarter to come in, and they see both. They see the scores.
Look at the accuracies; they're dead even. Stella just having a bit higher combo here, and the score difference is not looking good. It's 7-2, 7-4-1. So what can I say? It's so dangerous. If Stella misses, there's still maybe a chance for Breast to take this back, but it doesn't seem like map is almost over. The density is not here anymore. And Stella is gonna steal this point away. And once again, another breakpoint. It's once again even. It's Stella's pick for the next map, and it's just Breast finished with a goddamn combo. Take it away, quick.
I like how you mentioned that. You mentioned the when you see it, bro. And never mind that. We don't look at Blitz, bro. We look at Stella. That's a break point there. All right. Goddamn. Round of 16? Hell nah. This is like grand finals, bro. Both of these players are fighting tooth and nail. Like they win their own picks and then they trade breakpoints. It's so even. It's actually dead even right now. Neither of these players are just looking to let go. They don't want to surrender here. They don't want to give the other player the opportunity to extend their stay in the winners bracket.
You know what one?
Stella, oh, it's her final pick, her final option. She doesn't want to go for mechanics. She can't go on hiddens. That's too dangerous. She just has to go on the Nomad one. The last aim pick of the map. Her final option. She lost the DT1 earlier. Confidence might not be looking good. She lost the HD1 as well. This Nomad one. It all counts on this. Blitz still has a potential Nomad 2 or an HD3 after this. Stella needs to win this. This is the last decision. This is where it all counts. 7-star of aim mechanics coming in at 209 BPM. It is a bit higher on the BPM side, but the spacing does not let up on any single section of this map. 3 minutes, 49 seconds, yes, 4.2. Very, very brutal and very, very dangerous when you consider the pressure that both of these players have right now. It is incredibly dangerous to go for a Nomad 1 pick this late in the match right now, but when the options are limited, it seems like Blitz has forced Stella's hand right now, and it's her to make sure to confirm this point and push it to match point.
Yeah, this is absolutely the aim that most players specialize in. It's non-stop 209 BPM aim with the bursts in between. And Stella tapping a little bit too early here. Not a good start.
Okay, I mean, it's fine, it's alright. Kinda dead even right now. It's actually Blitz right now with the better accuracy, but so far we've kind of seen that not mattering as much as it should. It's just these two players on the screen right now, no teammates to rely on, and so it's gonna count to who can combo game better. Kinda doubt we're gonna see a double FC. That would just be ludicrous from both of them. They have been performing out of their minds, so it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. But even then, I feel like it's gonna be the first miss to decide everything. The first TI to come in, both of them hitting the bursts. We have a bit of an act drop from Blitz here, but that shouldn't matter. It's still Stella behind by around 1% here. The double FC still intact, no misses just yet. And it seems like both of these players, they know what's up. They know that the first mistake is going to destroy their chances of potentially taking this match over to their side. And so they're not letting go. They're not surrendering just yet. They're not shaking off. They're still holding the double FC going into the second half. If they can hit these jumps at the end of this TI, they will. And that's a double FC going into the second half. No, Blitz!
Breast is first person. Wow, Breast being the first person to miss is a major flop here, and Stella has now the chance to take this away. This is a map you can FC. This is a map that I was able to get 95% on 2 years ago. So it's a map that is not as challenging as it might seem like it is. It is pure aim. And with the almost 100,000 score difference, Stella recovering the accuracy 1% ahead of Breast as well. So it's not looking good for Breast here. Breast has to hope for Stella to miss very soon, or it's gonna get dire.
Yeah, that's for sure. This map, one of the more accessible maps of the pool. It's gonna come down to the nerves, whether you are capable of hitting everything. If you're up to the call, Blitz misses, Stella hits everything! And that is the point over to her side. That's basically the map confirmed. Stella finally getting the point that she needs to potentially close out the match. Blitz has barely any options left. It is his last pick right after this. And Stella will confirm her last pick right here. Going into the last TI with the FC still standing. She will push it to match point. This is her match potentially over her side. She had the first pick, and finally she's showing like she has the security of this match over to the side. And with the FC still intact, this is a power statement right here. Despite losing the DT1 just earlier, despite losing the HD1 quite a bit ago, she is looking to answer back with an FC right here. Still holding, hitting everything. 98.6, 1.4k combo. She's not hitting on the linear cross screens. And BlackY with nothing to answer back with. Stella is going to shut him down, shut his hopes of obtaining another breakpoint by obtaining her last pick and getting match point secured to her side.
Wow, FCing that normal one, no problem. What can you say to that? It's such an impressive performance here with the comeback. It might have been very shaky for the entire match. Both of these players were able to FC every single map they played, it seems like, and Stella kind of had some more nerves from what I saw. But with this, that's some confident boost, and I think if Stella takes this confidence into the next round, she could definitely steal this away on match point. It is the pick of Breast though, so Breast most likely I would say is going to go for the hidden map. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll even see the legendary Nomad too.
Nomad 2 mechanics is always dangerous. Lets us won
it is
every
the hidden
HD
tree.
so far, so definitely gonna go for the HD3, that's for sure. As you said, it is here, it's cheap properties. His final pick of the match. It's been tooth and nail. Stella finally in a position to take this away. She's only up by 1 point, but BlackY has no more options pretty much. He's been pushed to pick this. This is his last choice. 2 minutes 30 seconds. I believe this is one of those swing ulti sorts of skill sets. Very, very difficult on the aim control. It is the CS 3.7 coming in, but the air kind of dense on 9.2. Very, very uncomfortable. If you're very, very good on the HD mechanics, if you can hit the space patterns that this has to offer, which BlackY has been consistently doing so far in this match on the HD2, on the HD1, he can probably obtain a very, very sizable lead on this. Stella's gonna need to answer with something really strong on this map if she wants to secure it. Otherwise, it's gonna be the tiebreaker. It's going to be the last map of the match coming in. BlackY, he's been performing out of his mind. He has taken the German superstar in Stella up to her very limit. And this is the one to potentially push her to tiebreaker. Hidden 3, will this be BlackY's answer to push it to tiebreaker? This is it.
Yeah, you can see these doubles. Some people love them, some people hate them. And I think this is gonna be the thing for the entire map. So I don't know what to expect from this. I really don't. Both players seem to be pretty okay on it. Still with the early accuracy advantage, but we've seen that whenever Stella leads accuracy early on, she doesn't get the longer one. But Breast struggling here quite a bit here, and Stella eventually breaking, but still looking a bit stronger here.
Oh, seems like both of them, they're not too ready on the space streams here. The swing very hard, the spacing, the sliders, they're just completely collapsing here. This map is a very, very difficult one to go for. I'd say one of maybe the slightly more harder maps of the pool. It's one that you're really not too keen on playing if you're not comfortable on the HD mechanics right here. And we see the scores being as equal as it is. It seems like both of these players, neither of them able to find anything, neither of them comfortable with anything that this map has to offer. The second PI though, the recoveries are coming. The next miss could decide it, and it's blessed to find the miss here. Stella could potentially take this away, shut this match down, put an end to it, but no, she misses up the square. BlackY, he needs to recover. It's only 8k difference. The chain miss coming from Stella. It brings it over to her side, but BlackY trades it. And it seems like it's gonna be the final K to decide it. The chain miss does come from Stella, but none of them have any sorts of combos at all. None of them have anything to work with right now to consolidate the misses that the other player is making. And so it's gonna be decided on the consistency and the ending. Stella is sort of cursor trailing, but it's not over just yet. She can't give up. She cannot surrender. She can potentially take this. Blitz, meanwhile, he's looked so strong on the HDs. He has the act lead over the side, but it's one more section to decide it all. Any chain misses can decide this.
Yeah, Stella had this very unexpected miss here and misses once again, and this is gonna be the score for Brest, but it's certainly not a good map for either side. Stella here now massively chain breaking, and this could have gone here back to Stella, unfortunately not. And yeah, we're gonna see the tiebreaker. First match, first tiebreaker.
First match, first tiebreaker. That is a crazy statement. He gave it his all. He hit as much as he could, and it was enough to take Stella down. Very, very close. Very, very dangerous here. Seems like there was a reason why he left this for last, but it will inevitably go to his favor. Once again, they trade picks, they trade breakpoints, and now it is the final map to decide it all. The final map, the extra judgment, the final test, the last mission. It is going to be Ariabl'eyeS Symmetric Rose. Very, very difficult, mechanically inclined tiebreaker. Handpicked by yours truly in Benz. I believe this is one of his favorite songs here. Consistent on the 210 jumps. A bit bursty, I believe. It's what you would expect for a mechanically inclined tiebreaker, but very, very comfortable, very, very standard. So not too sure who's gonna come out of this. Both of these players, they fought tooth and nail on all of these skill sets, especially on the aim and mechanics. So this could go either way. It's 6 minutes and 35 seconds. So much time, so much room for mistakes, but even then, I feel like both of these players can pop off, find some crazy combos as well. Stella needs to keep her head up high. She can still take this map over their side. That's meanwhile, he's been performing out of his mind. He just needs to keep up the good work. He won the last map. This could be it to extend his stay and advance over the quarterfinals and winners bracket.
Yeah, Stella saying 210 is her def, but she just FC'd at 209 BPM map. Is this 1 BPM gonna make the difference? We're gonna see this now.
I mean, personally, I'm not too sure how bursty this map is. I haven't really seen this too extensively, but considering how well Stella has been playing, I would assume, yeah, it shouldn't be too bad for her. She was able to hit the burst on the DQ1. She was able to play that no odd one to perfection. So she just has to keep up the good work. Equal accuracies right now. 6 minutes to go. Consistent 7.15 mechanics here. The aim, the linear aim right here, very difficult. It's gonna be a bit of a bridge section here, but doesn't really matter. The combos are very, very small. No misses just yet. It's seldom to come up with a bit of an accuracy lead, but Plus has shown us that that doesn't really matter once it comes down to it. So 6 minutes, anything can happen. We have a lot of key eyes left to go, a lot of jumps left to go, a lot of diff spikes. Will it be Blitz? Will it be Stella? Who's gonna come out of this tiebreaker alive? It's gonna be up for time to tell us later on as we go into the key eye real soon. Very, very soon. The sliders. We got a bit of filler coming in. The FC is still intact. It's the first quarter of the map still. 6 minutes, 35 seconds. So much can happen here. But it's the first KI.
Yeah, and it is still not looking that bad. There's a few bursts, there's a few spacing, a little bit of spacing. But early on, there is a good chance to build up as much combo, and I feel like it just seems like to me that once the break starting, I feel like they're gonna start breaking on both sides. So it is important to hold early on as long as possible.
That's for sure. The mental here is so important. This pop-off combo at the start, instrumental, but neither of them
the slow
touching.
slider was dangerous.
Oh, that was so close.
What was that slider?
That was a jump scare, bro. That was so fast. But it seems like it's fine. There was no slider tick, no slider break over there. still double FC. Still holding for both of these players. 97 versus 99. That's gonna help Stella in the long run as long as she holds the combo. A 50 there from Blitz. Very, very weird, but it's fine. The combo still holds. And still no breaks, man. They just don't want to let go. They're locked and ready. They do not care. They don't wanna, they don't remember what's happened before. This is the final map of the match, and they're just playing this like it's the first map of the match here. They're just running it down. They don't care. They're not shaking at all. They're just hitting everything that this map has to offer. But it's the second TI there. The spacing, sex. Never, bro. Okay, it's hard, bro. I got braces, man.
Yeah. Half of the map is over. Both players are still FCing, and it looks like both of them, as you said before, it looks like they're feeling very confident on this type of map. But you see, it's getting harder and harder by the second. You get used to the map, okay, sure, but it's not gonna get any easier. Both of them see now that they both of C, and that's gonna ramp up the pressure. That's gonna increase the nerves. And question is, who's gonna hold through these nerves longer?
The
I
pressure,
see a little bit of the shakes here. Stella's shaking a little bit more, it seems like.
Yeah, this match, she's been feeling down and under, a bit of underperformances on some of those maps, those unfortunate misses. But she can negate everything as long as she hits this part. The streams here, the 1/3, she hits the first miss, and that's Blitz to hold!
And Breast holds through this extremely hard part. Now has the chance to take this away. Stella still advantages the score just from the accuracy, so Breast has to have a little bit of more work. This lower part is certainly, oh my god, there was almost this little slider. They see this score.
Oh my god! It is one more section, one more quarter, one more TI. She knows
part only helpful for Breast.
it's a long map, so the scaling isn't as strong. But even
900
then,
combo to go.
yeah, let's. He can run this down pretty much. It's a filler part, so
Part is so
Fight.
good for him.
despite the scaling not being as strong, he has so much time to build any substantial lead at all. He does this though, and it's Stella now in a prime position to build it back. The combo is so small though. You see the lead barely budging. It's one more KI. If she continues to persist, if she continues to hold here, that accuracy going to be instrumental to potentially bring this back. Blitz has just made the mistake of the last slider break, and it's the last guy to decide. The miss is coming in. He has held for so long, but it seems like this is his potential limit right here on this final section. And Stella looking to take it away. If she can hold for a little bit longer, this 10k will diminish over to the red side. The shakes, the final 1/3, the jumps, they're kicking in this last section. She needs to hold for a bit longer, and it shifts. It's over to red side. And this round of 16 match, although it was looking down and under, although Blitz was looking to steal it off of her fingers, Stella will prove to the world why she is up and coming. Stella will show that there is a reason why she is a prominent player in the tournament scene, in the 4-digit scene right here. She's hitting everything, and Blitz is trying to recover, trying to build it back. But there's not a lot of map left. 29k. We saw how little it budged earlier. It's an 800 versus 400. Stella is winning by the numbers. The misses does come in, but does Blitz have enough time? Is there enough for him to build off of?
If Stella keeps pressing, yes.
19k. There's not going to be enough time. There's no map left. It's so slow here. And Stella, although it looked like she may have lost it there, she will take it by the skin of her teeth and extend her stay in the winner's bracket.
Wow. Wow. Look at the score. 490,000 versus 476,000. This is so close. Breast almost had it, but Stella just taking it by the accuracy, it seems like.
Oh my god, the accuracy. The combo at the end. That was enough. Stella, she built it back. She did not give up. She held for as long as she can. She may have sight read, but it was still enough. She built that combo, and she built it to tear Blitz down. the pivotal mistake coming in at the wrong moment, and it is her. It is Stella to take advantage of it and extend her stay in the winner's bracket. A well-fought match from Blitz here. That was not a bad performance from him by any means. He fought tooth and nail against Stella, but unfortunately one must fall, and it will be Blitz going down to the loser's bracket. I doubt it will be the last that we'll see of him, considering how well he performed on 7 stars, which is one of the more harder SR ranges, even in the 4-digit scene. So I feel like Blitz can still cook up a storm down there. Meanwhile, Stella, she must be feeling real good after that win. A very, very good performance from her, managing to close it out, and now she must wait for her next opponent in Shade and Ruyaya. We have a couple of matches left today though. I think one more match and then a lot more on Saturday and Sunday. Next to go, Taney versus Hydro. I believe that's US representative?
21's UCC.
That's 21 UTC. I believe Hydro is Hydro the only American player in the bracket? Not too sure about that.
It seems
think
like
he
he is, looking at the flags of players.
Yeah, I think that's
yeah.
yeah, that's
The American.
the American player representing his country against the player from Iceland, Taney, another really strong player. All of these players champions in their own rights, but there should only be one of them to come out of this bracket alive, to still keep their hair intact, to not go bald, as per the name of the tournament, pretty much. And stay tuned for that. Still, considering how tight this match has been, it's gonna be an exciting bracket, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned for that. Still have a lot left to go, that's for sure.
Yeah, the skill of both players here, the performances were so good. It could have gone either way. We've seen Stella early on always having the better accuracy, but Rest just holding up for longer. It's these nerve control, like in these type of matches, especially if you know that both players can FC, you're trying to force yourself to FC. And if you miss, you feel like, oh no, I just messed up, I probably just lost the point. And this is exactly what happened here. So super strong from both players here, so respectable. Hold on that long and keep doing your best despite it not always looking the best. And yeah.
Oof. Man, that was a well-fought match. As you mentioned, really good from both players. The nerve control there must be so difficult, but unfortunately, one must fall, as I said. And yeah, Blitz going down. Stella extends her stay, and it's Taney versus Hydro to come up next later on at around 21 UTC. 4 matches tomorrow, 2 matches on Sunday. Stay tuned for those. Calvitational has a fiery bracket left in store for us. It's gonna be exciting. It's round of 16, but it is very, very contested. So stay tuned for that. That's been me, GabRSS, and Florian here in the commentators booth. We'll see you guys next time in the next couple of matches. And yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a blast. Thank you so much for having me, and it's gonna be exciting to complete the match tomorrow, later on this day as well. So, thank you.
Bye bye.